Sanskrit is the most advanced language in the world. But why do we say that? And how can we determine that a particular language is most advanced? For that, we need to look at its grammar. Sanskrit has a much advanced grammar as compared to any other language. It has well defined procedures for formation of words. How will a word form? It takes into account mixing of various sounds. How two sounds combine to form a new sound, so that when speaking in a flow, the change of sound is also monitored by the grammar. It has well defined terminology. Each and everything has been well defined in Panini's Ashtadhyayi. That's why we say that it is well defined language. And lastly, it has a well defined procedure for pronunciation of sound. From where to pronounce sound, what effort to apply, it has all been explained in Shiksha Shastra. So let's look at these things one by one. First, arrangement of sounds. Let's take example of a few sounds. The sounds in rows are pronounced from the same spot in mouth. K, kh, g, gh, ng are guttural sounds. T, th, d, th, n are dental sounds. P, ph, b, bh, m are labial sounds. All these are pronounced from same spot. Then if we see the effort, k and g both have same effort. K and g have same effort, but it is more than k. K, kh, k, kh. As you can see, while pronouncing kh, we have to give in more effort as compared to k. Same happened with ch and j. Same effort, ch and j, more effort. Similarly, t, d, th, dh, t, d, th, dh, p, b, ph, bh. As you can see, some letters demand more effort in pronunciation than others. These are well defined in Shiksha Shastra, and so if mispronounced and not according to the Shastra, then it is called wrong. Unlike languages like English, where variation in pronunciation of sounds produce different accents. Accent in Scotland is different from accent in USA. Next, we'll see that there is a well-defined procedure for formation of words. For example, let's take a simple word, bhavati, from the first dhatu, bhu dhatu. So, if we see how this word is formed, it is from bhu root, and in this the suffix tip is added, and shab comes in between, so it becomes bhu plus a plus ti, which becomes bhavati. But this happens in many different steps, and each and every step is defined by a sutra in Ashtadhyayi. There is a rule behind it. And so all these rules together define the procedure of formation of this word, bhavati. From here we can see that Sanskrit is such a well defined language. Next, let's see the mixing of sounds. Let's take an example of English. If I have to say I am in a flow, what will I say? I am. Here sound comes. I am becomes I am. And if I have to say he is in a flow, I will say he is. E sound of he and E sound of is mixed together and become E. He is becomes he's. But English grammar do not recognize this mixing of sounds. And this is the natural modification of sound, which happens due to mixing of two different sounds. Sanskrit has recognized this, and there are well defined rules for this. For example, E and A together becomes ya. If somebody is speaking in a flow, E and A will automatically become ya. U and A will become va. E and A will become ye. E and E will become e. All this is the natural modification of sound. This mix-up happens in each and every language, but Sanskrit recognizes it and makes rule for this, so that even when speaking in a flow, there are no violation of grammar rules. This is such an advanced concept which is lacking in most of the language today. So Sanskrit, which has such an advanced grammar, has a vast literature, is highly efficient, and is a cultural heritage for all of us. If we compare this to modern science has a well defined terminology, it has well defined procedures, and it gives well established results. Same thing happens with Sanskrit. And if we call modern science as advanced science, then why can't we say Sanskrit as advanced language? So from all this, we see that Sanskrit is a highly efficient language for communication and is most advanced language in the world. Thank you. If you like this video, please share with your friends and consider subscribing. Thank you.